Grand Rising, good afternoon, and good evening. Whatever time you click on this video is the right time for you, and I thank you in advance for your viewership and support. So it has come to my attention by several of my great supporters that the employment case with EMILIO CHIE versus Megan Thee Stallion has officially been legally moved from California to New York. Now, EMILIO was battling to keep the case in California because California is employee friendly, and employees usually win their, workplace cases in California because they are very employee friendly. But however, since they decided to put the motion in to move this case to New York, Jay-Z and Beyonce have been placed under investigation within the last week. And a lot of things are going awry right now. So it's come to my attention that not only has this case been moved to New York, but it has been moved to the Southeastern District of New York. And that Southern District Court of New York is the same court that is handling the investigation into Puffy, Jay-Z, Beyonce, and the mayor of New York. So this is not, the type of place to have shenanigans. And it also is very, very interesting because anything that is put on public record in this case, because of the district that it is in, makes it even easier to add things that could possibly go into investigation for other cases later that are in that district. But nonetheless, it opens up information that could be used for Tory later, because I don't think a lot of people remember or understand that EMILIO lived with Megan during his employment stint. And during that time, Kelsey was there, EJ was there. So all of this is a very, very huge window that can peer back into a past that may help add to the Tory Lanez case. So without any further ado, I'm going to tap into, now that the case has been transferred to New York, what's to be expected with this EMILIO versus Megan case for employment. Please excuse me. Bless me. I don't know what's going on. It seemed like as soon as I got ready to start this reading, it's like my allergies started kicking up and I keep feeling like I need to sneeze. So I'm going to pray a prayer of protection over me and everyone who is watching this so that we can all stay safe spiritually, mentally, and emotionally. Heavenly Father, ancestors, and angels of the highest heavenly order, I pray that you come before us. Put a heavenly hedge of protection around me and everyone who is watching this reading. Keep us all safe from any maleficent, negative spirits, entities, people, places, or things, seen and unseen. Encapsulate and circulate me and everyone who can hear my voice and see this video with angelic fire that can burn through anything that is not of the heavenly realm. I thank you. Let it be done on earth as it is in heaven. And if I sound a little stuffy, my apologies. I don't know what's going on, but no sooner I sat at this table, this is what kicked in. So it's not often that this happens to me, especially right before I do a reading. So I know we're about to get off into some things. Whew, goodness. Can somebody please go ahead and timestamp this reading for the 5-minute mark? My apologies. Please excuse me. I have, like I said, I have no idea why. As soon as I sat at this table, it's like my sinuses, everything just started locking up. I was fine until I sat down. Show me the energy around now that they've moved this case to New York. Now that this case has been moved to New York, show me the energy around this case, please and thank you. Okay, so we've got the wounded warrior here, which means that, you know, Emilio's side has fought and fought and fought and fought and fought over and over again to get this situation to where they could just go ahead and try this case. Okay. You've got the death card here, which shows, interesting enough, behind this cloaked person that represents the Reaper, you have a moon here. So it means there's going to be a death to a lot of secrets. Tell me more. Yeah. Now you've got a Wheel of Fortune here to a Two of Swords. Wheel of Fortune to a Two of Swords. What is going to happen that's going to bring blind justice? That's going to cut into this wheel. Because right up under the deck is Ten of Pentacles. So there's a lot of money on the line here. You know, even with moving this case. I feel like this was done to exhaust his finances as far as whatever his legal bills may be. The Devil just came out in the upright. So the Devil represents Capricorn. So by December, what's going to happen by December? What's happening with, it feels like they were trying to bind and contain this case with their influence. Before I go any further, this reading is for entertainment purposes only. All things said are alleged and for shits and giggles. Alrighty, let's keep going. So it looks like they were trying to bind and contain this case with their influence. Very, very aggressive. You know, that BD energy, BDE energy. But what's actually going to happen? What's actually going to happen? Eight of Cups. Oh, somebody's going to walk away from somebody and going to leave somebody in the Five of Pentacles. Explain this Five of Pentacles and somebody walking away. Angels, spirit guides, and ancestors, please, please, please be very, very descriptive. Okay, so we've got a Four of Pentacles and a King of Cups. Both came out face down, but nonetheless, this is interesting because it feels like somebody wants to separate themselves from this negativity. They feel very deeply about this situation because they invested a lot into the situation and they're considering where they should go with this now. Justice. How far should they go with manufacturing or manifesting justice? Okay, so you've got the Page of Cups here. Oh, baby. Page of Cups here, King of Swords. Y'all, this may have actually been the worst thing that they could have possibly done, because King of Swords represents higher level law enforcement. This isn't your regular type of investigator. So when you see King of Swords, we're talking about um, feds, federal court. We're talking about Homeland Security. And they did move this to federal court, okay? So let's be clear about that. They moved this to federal court, but the people backing Megan are under federal investigation right now. Pardon me. Okay, I can breathe a little better. It's getting better. Yeah, judgment. Judgment is going to come down under the wounded warrior. Y'all, this actually looks like it's going to turn out to benefit Emilio, because it's like now people have high anxiety. They're afraid to maneuver certain things and to make certain things happen because they have eyes on them. Yep. Remember, this is going to federal court. There's already federal investigations. There's things going on here. This is falling under the devil. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is not what they expected. When I tell you, you plan and then God plans and you'll meet wherever you meet when it's all said and done. They plan to move this to New York so that they could have the upper hand and have the home court advantage. But home court advantage gets wiped off the field when the outside party comes in to investigate. Yeah. So I would say, because this is a moon behind this tree with the 9 of Swords. This is being very worried about certain secrets, certain information, certain energy coming to fruition. And people are also walking away because, as you can see, that's a full moon as well. So people are walking away because of things that may have been done, in secret. And they want to go ahead and just bring a rest to a situation that may have had a collaboration, or maybe a situation they may have collaborated on allegedly. Yeah, so 10 of Pentacles to the Page of Pentacles, new business ventures and opportunities, things that were invested in. They really are about to get into how his money was slowed down, the money that was invested, money that he spent that was supposed to be reimbursed, money that he invested in situations that he shouldn't have been spending money for because it was supposed to be considered a company expense. They're really going to delve into going off into the details, because the people that are involved in this are already being looked at for other things. Yeah, 6 of Cups just came out, and this falls under the Justice. Yeah, they're going over everything from the past with a fine-tooth comb, especially the status of her being independent, the independent woman. They're going to look off into the details of her actual, how do I say this? Her actual contracts. They're going to look into the details of Megan's actual contracts to understand what it means when she says she's independent. Is she actually independent? Is she funding things herself? Was the company funding things? Was she independent when they had this arrangement? If not, then what parts are the company on the hook for? What parts is she on the hook for? When did she go independent, so we know what the company was supposed to pay for versus what she's supposed to pay for? Yeah, so we've got the Hangman in reverse with the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. So this Hangman in reverse with the Knight of Pentacles is actually not a bad sign, because it's like once they go through everything with a fine-tooth comb, they're going to see what it is that he's been saying about his income, what he was supposed to be paid, what he received versus what he didn't receive. And it's going to start panning out. It's just it's like checking the inner workings of the agreement. Okay. If you made an agreement when you got the job and then the agreement was amended, was it legally amended? Did you sign to amend it? Did someone amend the agreement without canceling the first agreement? They want to understand how was the initial agreement versus the end agreement, if the end agreement was made legally and factually by federal guidelines and standards for employment law. So you've got that Ace of Wands and the Lovers. This is not going to fare well. And I'm here to tell you that it's not going to fare well for multiple reasons. Due to the climate of the way that things are going, especially with this courthouse where they have all these things happening to victims and the FOs and sexual, attack, assault, harassment, things of that nature, they are going to be very, very serious about the nature of this case, because they can't, go, they can't go balls deep to investigate what's going on with this situation with Diddy and then turn around and softball this one. So it actually is working out in Emilio's favor for this to be moved to New York. It couldn't have gone to New York at a better time. It is very inopportune. Okay. It's very painstaking to have to go from state to state. But from what I can see, this looks like a blessing that fell in his lap. It looks like they're going to be even tougher than the California court in lieu of the information that is coming out right now about the industry. All things are considered and taken very seriously. Okay, so the Palace of Cups, which would represent, a time and place, a home that they shared together that was supposed to be a loving home, coming into the situation, which was a wish fulfillment. At least that's what he thought it was going to be. And we got the Seven of Swords on the upright, which is falling under the wheel. Okay, so it's like very underhanded, maleficent things were happening during this time of employment. Okay. I think they're going to find even more than what he said was wrong as far as the discrepancies. So his wish fulfillment is to get this large settlement, but the wish fulfillment for law enforcement, what is this? What is this wish fulfillment for law enforcement? Because this King of Swords represents the court and law enforcement. Large amount could be paid out due to the truth coming out. And y'all, Megan has to be very careful, because at this time, everybody that she counts on, everybody she depends on, pardon me, it's every man for themselves right now. Different types of assistance that these people may have given at one point in time may not be available. due to them having to protect their own best interest right now at the moment. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords represents an air sign. So here she is, the Queen of Swords. And she's going to have to be very careful, because the truth about how they collaborated is on its way out. It's definitely about to come out. This is going to, you know, set everything into motion, get the ball rolling, because for that to fall under the Hangman in reverse to the Knight of Coins, that means once the truth comes out, there will no longer be any confusion about how this goes in court, according to how things went in the past with their collaboration. And here it is. Loss of work due to a situation that happened with the Lovers. And once that happened, you got the Palace of Swords. So it was like immediately he was treated in a very stern yet icy way. No sooner this situation happened, she decided she automatically didn't want to work with him, because he was privy to the information of what happened between her and this female. It's like she immediately started to be very, very cold towards him. Very defensive towards him. Yeah. So to have the Seven of Swords fall on top of the Palace of Swords, I believe she became, this is the energy of it, it became very stoic, very icy. People may not have been openly speaking to him the way that they used to. So just imagine if you're sharing a workspace or a place to live, and somebody's not speaking to you, or you've gotten to the point to where when you're here, I'm not here, and when I'm here, you're not here, and eventually, you know, I get pushed out to pasture, and I get pushed out without my money, allegedly. So you've got the Tower here at the bottom of the deck to the Queen of Pentacles. Megan, if you lose this case, sweetheart, this is about to be the beginning of the end. Because right behind this is Tori. It's almost like it's going to be simultaneous. Yeah, this is going to bring an end to a cycle for her financial well-being if she's not careful with the way that she handles this case. This is definitely, yeah, this is definitely going to be a tower to her financial infrastructure. And see, it's not just about her winning the case. It's about how much it costs to keep going to court, because court is expensive. Every time you go to court, it costs you. Whether it's the billable hours for the lawyer, the fee that it costs to process everything and get all the documents, you know, done. Yeah. Hold on, let me cover up her card biddies, because y'all know how YouTube do. So yeah, this is going to be an end to a cycle as far as bringing balance through a new beginning. Hold on. Yeah, once the truth comes out, this is going to bring an end to a cycle. The world. Yeah, she may need to tread very carefully with the way that she answers these questions, because the Palace of Wands leads me to believe that this lover situation transpired all the way until they got back to the house, and then more things happened at the house, allegedly. And let's remember, they were over in another country. So for people to say, oh, well, he could have just got up and left. Um, in another country where you don't speak the language and may not have had enough to afford the accommodations and still have to get home, you got to cut somebody a little slack in that situation. You're going to do what you got to do to come home safely and respectfully. But, oh, my nose finally cleared up. Okay, so whatever this truth is that's going to come out about what happened in the car and on the way home to the, I want to say villa. Yeah, on the way to the villa. This is what could possibly give him balance through a new beginning, because it's still a lot of secrets that haven't been spilled yet. You see how this high priestess has this huge looming moon over her head? There's a lot of secrets that he hasn't spilled yet, but every last one of them can give him balance through a new beginning, because they're going to explain how the house went from the Palace of Cups to the Palace of Swords, how everything started off so loving and then it went into a very, sore loser, salt in your wounds type of space. You've got the Emperor here, and you've got the Eight of Swords with that woman that's trapped in the bubble. Sweetheart. Megan has gotten herself in a pickle, because there's something that she's done where she could face going to jail herself. Allegedly. Allegedly, she could face going to jail herself. I don't know if it has something to do with this, but this Eight of Swords keeps popping out. It keeps showing up. Something that they've kept very, very secret. I said that they have really, really worked very hard to keep energy top secret with her. And I feel like a lot of that energy is not going to stay secret for long, because this is literally under the same role as that top law enforcement. Listen, okay? Eight of Swords, Five of Wands. Now, I don't know what she did, but it finally came out that Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is also holding some... If someone's not held against their will, that is literally someone who is stuck in an uncomfortable situation until further notice. That is also somebody who could go to jail. So it... Ooh. King of Pentacles, okay? Y'all, this is hectic. It really is. Because there's something about this romantic encounter, this situation, that's going to lead to more information coming out that is not going to shine the best light on Megan. Five of Wands, Seven of Pentacles. So, Five of Wands is like fighting tooth and nail, okay? She's going to mess around and be heartbroken at some of this information that's going to be coming out soon, especially whatever this is that could put her in alignment to go to jail. Why is she going to be heartbroken, angels? Seven of Pentacles, the Hermit. As you sow, so shall you reap. You're going to end up in a dark night of the soul, separated from everybody. And this is the only way she's going to be forced into self-reflection. So we've got the Empress here, falling under the Emperor. Oh, Lord. I'm going to leave that alone because that's not something that's known to the public. But, yeah. Wow. Now, here it is. You got the Hermit. And the Hermit falling under the High Priestess. Baby, there's a lot of secrets that they are trying their best not to let get under, from under lock and key. Because they know, oh my gosh, it's like they know once certain information gets out, not only is this going to be a win for Emilio, it's going to start, you know, the process of people starting to separate from Megan. They're going to have to fight very, very hard to keep certain information from being released. People are going to really start questioning this independent status here. This is going to be very, very important because being that she's saying she's an independent artist, the judge is going to want to know the inner workings of her deal, to know how independent she is, to know just how much Emilio can be awarded. Because if she's not independent the way that they're saying she's independent, the parent company could end up having to pay out because they inherited this debt. You got the Six of Wands to the Six of Swords. Excuse me. Four of Wands to the Six of Swords. My apologies. So, you know, this is like trying to move forward out of a toxic situation to try to establish stability. This is what they thought they were going to do. They were going to move this, you know, out of California to establish stability for them. They felt like it would be toxic to try this case in California because it felt destined to lose in California. But this is going to be an unrequited offer. Bringing it to New York is actually going to amass more information than what it would have had in California. Yep. They're going to get down to the bottom of, you know, what happened that night while they were partying, how this manifested, also the gossip around it. Three of Cups to the Magician at the bottom of the deck. And this is going to be a very, very, very hard pill to swallow, an unrequited offer here for the King of Wands. I'm going to stay off of that too because this is not known to the public. Oh, baby, baby, baby. I'm going to be 10% messy, okay? I'm not going to say where my mind went when I saw these two cards, but I have a lot of intuitives that watch me, okay? You see that? The Magician to the Ten of Cups. That's as messy as it gets. I'm going to leave it at that. The Magician falling under the Hermit and the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups, Nine of Cups, Ten of Swords to the Devil. Baby. Oh, my God. This is Knox Landing on steroids. So, you know, this King of Wands, he wants this to be moved along very, very swiftly. Um, his intuition is telling him that this is going to add to situations for someone to possibly allegedly go to jail. Oh my gosh. So you got the Three of Pentacles to the Knight of Cups, which represents a third party collaboration or a collaboration that came together when it comes to money and business. So we're going to start hearing a lot of messages, and they're going to start coming out very swiftly. Yeah. So the hell are they driving by in a washing machine? Yeah, I'm sorry about that. It's, everybody with a raggedy vehicle is outside today. But that Knight of Cups is even like they may try to give an offer if it gets to the point that certain information can, you know, possibly allegedly put a damper on some people's lives and their reality. They could give an offer. Oh, this is why they would want to give the offer, because messages are going to come out swiftly and a choice, a decision is going to have to be made. And see, they want to keep hardship upon Emilio, make it hard for him and possibly his family to comfortably move around and make money. This has definitely been something that's been, you know, a hard way to go. It hasn't been easy for him at all. There's been a lot of harsh communication, a lot of back and forth between the lawyers. But this is forward movement. They're going to move forward with this. And I want y'all to see this. The star here. Okay, the star who also represents Aquarius. She's not going to have the luck that she's always had in this situation, because you've got law enforcement watching the family. And law enforcement has really, really, really been keeping a keen eye on this King of Wands here. So certain help that she used to get, she's not going to be able to get like she used to. Oh, here she is. She just came out. Lots of arguing and back and forth over, you know, collaborations and how things are supposed to move forward now with her and her career. So now it's like they're in two minds about how they should, you know, come forward with any assistance for her, because they have to worry about how this is going to affect them. Yeah, things are dicey. They're up in the air for this family. The assistance and the help and the offers that they used to give before, Megan may find out that they're not so willing to help right now, because they've got some other things that they're invested in, other things that they need to be concerned with that are more important than her legal issues at the moment. Yeah. Now here it is, the Ten of Cups under the Knight of Swords. So they may even get distant with her and send the message through the lawyers, like not actually say anything directly to her. So I would not be surprised if they cut communication right now, because they just don't have any extra time and energy or, resources to give at the moment. They have to conserve whatever their energy and their resources are. Oh, baby. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to clear the table so that I can make room and add to this mess and see what's going on. Yeah, so you've got the Sun and the Two of Wands. So it's like things have been illuminated, and it's like pick a side. Folks are going to have to make a choice, right? Because what they decide is actually going to, help with the betterment of their family tree, their legacy. So they have to make this choice because of heavy burdens. And it looks like Megan is going to feel betrayed due to the choice that this family makes, but this family has to hold the family down and hold the family together first. And I'm getting the energy like I thought I was family, and it's like Booski, we talking about blood family. Like, if this is the Titanic, we're gonna get the boat. Here's a life raft for you. Grab onto a piece of something that's out here in the water and learn how to float. Yeah. Ace of Cups, the Fool, Two of Cups. So this is what they're focusing on, okay? They got to focus on whatever is going on with them internally. They just don't have it to give right now. And to be honest, this is not the time that you should want someone to come to your rescue and they got to figure out how to save themselves. I wouldn't even want to put myself in that position, because it's like you can't have any hard feelings when somebody is facing their own legal battles and they got to do what they got to do to help their own situation. So I personally would not expect, with all this heat and all this drama, that they would have it, for me. This is really a case that could have been simplistic, and it could have been handled outside of court. But like I said, Megan is going to feel backstabbed. She's going to feel betrayed. But the Carter family got to do what they got to do to save themselves and to preserve their own name, their own businesses, their own wealth, everything that they've amassed, right? Like right now, they just do not have the extra time to pile on any more problems. It's not even about the resources. They've just got bigger fish to fry. Yeah, and it's like they've been arguing with her to lay this situation to rest. So it looks like she's been hard-headed anyway when it comes to how she should handle this, because she may have been advised that, if you could handle this in a more civil matter, then you should. But if not, okay, go to court, have at it. Look like everybody finding God or a piece of faith right now. And look at that. Here it is, the hot girl, the Queen of Wands, is falling under the Three of Wands, which is the ships coming in. The Eight of Wands, this is going to be fast. And then boom, here's the secret. The moon, the two wolves under the moon. They're being exposed under the light of the moon. So now it's like, just praying to move forward professionally, swiftly and professionally, because this could go either way now, okay? Two of Coins is literally like the luck of the draw. This case could go either way. Secretly considering your options. Like I said, the wolves, the family, wolves, wolf packs. The wolf packs are very, very family oriented. They take care of the pack, Okay? Whatever happens outside the wolf pack is irrelevant as long as the pack is fine. And it feels like, Megan is going to now understand what it is to actually be a part of something or be a product produced by something. So here it is. It's like, okay, well, you can move forward swiftly and professionally if you want to. If you decide to move forward towards victory with the case, that's your business, but you're out in the cold. We've got other things to do. You got to handle this one yourself. Okay? So we've got the 6 of coins here. Okay? So the 6 of coins is like, hey, we've given money under the table to invest. We've helped you do whatever it is you need to do. But the next line is the 8 of cups. You literally have to do this by yourself. You got to walk this one by yourself. We got other stuff that we have to focus on right now. And boom, here it is. 5 of Pentacles, ostracized, out in the cold, by yourself, shunned, situation has to end for a new situation to begin. And this is where she feels betrayed, because it's like she feels like they used her up and threw her away. They used her like a napkin, a Kleenex, and disposed of her. She's going to have to find a new way to move forward and handle this. Yeah, so, she's going to have to find a way to remain strong. Bottom of the deck, 5 of Cups. This is going to bring a lot of heartbreak, regret. Yeah, she's considering her options, trying to figure out how to get in and how to get out of this situation. Knight of Wands to the 7 of Cups to the 5 of Cups. I don't think she even thought that this was possible, that this was even a thing, that she could I didn't mean to say it that way. That's a little too public school. She never thought that she would end up in this situation, in this circumstance, where she would have to stand on her own 2 feet and didn't have the support of the group that she's been able to flaunt, this whole time. What's that she said? Don't make me call Rock Nation. Well, it looks like if she calls this time around, she may get the voicemail her damn self. So I'm going to close this out here. And it's just funny. It's funny how God works. She did all of this to keep from paying this man. Could have settled out of court and ended this whole situation. You and the lawyers had this situation moved into another jurisdiction so that you all could have the upper hand. You could have control over having a home court advantage. And no sooner you get control over home court advantage, the home court ends up under investigation, and every man is for themselves. So if I was EMILIO CHIE, I would just remain quiet, let things play out as they may, and take this to court in New York. Because whether he knows it or not, I don't know if this is grandma's prayers or somebody upstairs is smiling on him, but this case going to New York couldn't have happened at a better time. So I'll end this here. Many blessings to you all. And this is my energetic tap in. EMILIO goes to New York. I'll talk to y'all soon. Angels, spirit guides, and ancestors, please close the portal. Take the energy with you. And this reading is adjourned. Bye-bye, y'all.